Hey, good morning, guys. It's post-election day. It's the 7th. So, good morning to all. I'm not going to get political, but it's post-election day. And I just thought of that so I could remember the date. So, good morning. It's about 5:30 in the morning. And the Movember thing is coming in pretty good. Well, this is not true Movember, for those that correct me. So, boom, look at that. Oh, it's a mustache. Voila. Unfortunately, my face is red and my hair is red, so it makes it a little tricky to see. We got something cool today. I've got a few new items to try out, but the coolest one is going to be this right here. It is a synthetic hair brush by GBS, or Gents Barbershop. They gave it to me for free. He said he would compare it to the very expensive oh goodness gracious, I can't think of the name brand here. Jack Black, the very expensive Jack Black. The size kind of reminds me a little bit of a Menu, but it's his own line. It's a great barbershop, and well, I guess I'll give him some plug. I'll give him a plug here. Ding. That's my plug noise. It's Gents Barbershop. It's in Chapel Hill area of Cranston, Rhode Island. The owner's name is Jason. I was in there yesterday kind of putzing around, looking at some stuff. And he and I got chit-chatting and happened to come up that I, do YouTube videos and stuff. And he's like, oh, would you do a review for me? I said, yeah. And he hands me his synthetic brush and says, hey, could you do a review of this brush and I'll give it to you for free. Mm-hmm. Sure. So he gave me this brush for free. It seems like a very nice synthetic. It's got lots of hairs in it. It's incredibly soft. I haven't used it. This is the first time I'll be using this. So, excuse me, I'm going to get some hot water in the Georgetown scuttle. Paul, for you. So, I haven't used it yet. So I'll be curious to see how it works. We are going to go with some Dreadnought shading cream. Now, the benefits, I guess you would say, to synthetic hairs, because I had to do some research on it. Well, the big one would be no animals' hair is used. So if you're a person who does not like the idea that an animal is either killed or utilized in making of a shave brush, that would be for you. Another item is that synthetic hair will not absorb the shaving cream. So as far as product usage, it'll actually, according to what I researched, will use much less water. Let's see what else. Much less product, excuse me. So that supposedly the brush will actually last longer too because it won't absorb product. So far it's whipping this product up pretty nice. See if I can get this up here like Paul does. So that's all I have, kind of whipping up here. So I'm going to continue giving him a few props because I, call this a cheap ad, I guess. So like I said, it was Gents Barbershop in Chapel Hill area of Cranston, Rhode Island. He does have a website, and I'm going to put that at the bottom once I post this, for his products. The first thing is his website is, I believe it's Gents Barbershop and Spa. Sorry, I'm gonna get some warm water on my face. And for pre-shave, I'm gonna use my homemade pre-shave oil right there. I used it the other day. It worked nice. It's just grapeseed oil. I got the recipe on YouTube, so if you might be able to find it. It's a nice recipe, but it was grapeseed oil, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, and eucalyptus. It reminds me very much of Musco Real, to be honest. So, if it works, I've used it once before and I liked it, so I may start doing my own pre-shave oils now instead of buying. Because you look at the ingredients of pre-shave oil, it's just oil. Alright, so now he has a product website. Now, line this up. Oh. Yeah, this thing's soft. This is as soft as a silver tip. It's definitely got backbone. Seems like scrubbing it in is a little tricky. So more of a painting motion, I think. But the tips are incredibly soft. Alright. And I don't know if I mentioned dreadnought shaving cream. He also has another product website. I believe it's, again, I'm going to post it at the bottom. I forgot to write it down. But I believe it's GBS for Jen's Barbershop. GBSgroomingproducts.com. And he sells his own, I mean, he sells a lot of high-end stuff like True Fit and Hill and the Art of Shaving and stuff like that. His prices are very, very competitive, which is nice. And he also sells his own line of shaving brushes. And they are really inexpensive, but a high quality brush. He showed me some of his brushes, his own brushes, like this one. I mean, this synthetic's under 30 bucks. So that's great. If you, for a person who wants to get into like a synthetic, but they don't want to drop the $50-something that a menu is, or the $80 to $90 at a Jack Black brush is. I mean, this is a great way to get into it without dropping a ton of money, and so far I like the brush. But then he sells Pure Badger, and sells a Pure Badger for about mid-20s. He sells a Best Badger for around 40, and his silver tips are around 60. So it's a great way to get into a brush without dropping a ton of money. They seem very well made. They kind of, some of the handles remind me a little bit of either, I guess, sort of look similar to Art of Shaving handles, and then some of them look a little bit like Parker handles. But he has a friend of his that makes them up for him, and they're great. And he will ship. He said he will ship. He ships obviously in the U.S., and he would consider shipping internationally. But anyways, I believe it's gbsgroomingproducts.com, but I'm going to double check the website and I'll put it at the bottom. How often do you get something for free? Anyways, we're going to use the Gillette Fat Boy today, and I've got a Pull Silver stainless blade in there that Carl Fattig had given me. So here we go. I got it on setting 8. Tell you what, my tap water's finicky sometimes. Sometimes it's really, really, really hot, and sometimes it's just warm. So today it is piping hot, which means the other people that live here have not been, might have not taken a shower yet, which is nice. Alright, here we go. Plenty of lather in here for another pass. Alright. As far as scrubbing it on, it seems to work alright but you have to press it in a little bit more. I've actually gone to them before. I bought a few items from them. I've only gotten a hot towel shave from them before, but it was very good. A nice experience. You know, they give you it's one of those a little bit slightly higher end sort of places where they offer, you know, the massages. It's like, I think they advertise it as being kind of a 30s style old fashioned barber shop. So it's got the nice wood in it. They sell safety razors, and they sell some, not actual straight razors, but they sell some of the Barber style straights, so, you know, changeable blades like Dobo and Parker. They sell, you know, double-edged razors, which he actually also has those of his own, but they don't seem to be on the website, but he showed me some. So I'd be interested. The head looks like it's modeled after like a DB89, or, you know, just a regular, standard kind of head on it. What is it? But it's got a different handle, kind of like a faux horn handle, a black handle. The handle is kind of light, but I seem to like it because it seemed like it was slightly head heavy, I guess, which I actually think I would like that, just based on, from what I've heard about, like the Gillette Slim is head heavy, so very little pressure is needed to, you just let the blade, the razor kind of glide down. So based on that, I think I would love it, to be honest. But he has a few of his own razors. He's trying to market his own products, but for much less than what you would buy other products for, which is really nice. Okay, going against the grain. Another nice thing about synthetic hair, for those that are interested, is I believe it's, because it's not natural animal hair, it's much less likely to maintain bacteria. So, again, that's just from what I've read, so as to how much truth is to it, I'm not totally positive. Alright, that's good. Alrighty, we are going to cold water rinse real quick. You all know my thing. A little bit of alum. let that sit in. And clean out my tools, as usual. Another look at it. GBS. He was asking me my opinions on some of the logos. He's considering maybe getting rid of the GBS part. He's not sure if he likes that. I love the Gents logo though. It's kind of cool looking. Just a guy in a top hat and a coat. But he's thinking about maybe just putting Gents on there. And he is actually saying something about putting a logo on there. What do you guys think? Logo on the bottom. He says he doesn't see too many people doing that. Alright, gonna rinse the alum off here. Alright, for my aftershave, I got a couple new Clubmans the other day. Went to this pharmacy in Cranston, also down in Rhode Island while I was there, and I happened to notice this, so I had to pick it up. Clubman Vanilla, and they also had the Lilac Vegetal, so I bought that too, and they were cheap. So picked that up. Clubman looks like the original one, but it's classic vanilla. It smells really good. So we're gonna put a little bit of that on. Ooh. And that stings on the cut. Ooh. Alright, let that settle for a second. And for my moisturizer, guess we're going to go with some Nivea today. A little Nivea cream. Ooh. I think I forgot to adjust the setting against the grain. We got some blood. Look at that, people. I'm actually bleeding. I think I forgot to I forgot to lower the setting from 8 with my crossing against. Yeah, well, that's cute. Well, anyways. Alright. So, I would say, guys, if you're in the Rhode Island area, and I apologize, it sounds like an advertisement. It's not. But I promised them, hey, free product, I'm going to give them a little bit of a plug. If you're in the Cranston, Rhode Island area, or Warwick, Rhode Island area, check them out. Gents Barbershop, they're old-time style barbershop, very high-end. You get a complimentary beverage when you're waiting. They do shoe shining, haircuts, straight razor shaves, all the amenities of a nice barbershop. That's a brush. GBS synthetic, very nice, very nice. Great brush. I like it so far after one use, but I'll be using it again probably this week actually. And check out his website, gbsgroomingproducts.com. But again, I'm not positive. I'm gonna double check it before I repost this. So, anyways, hope you guys all have a great day, great shaves, and I will catch you later. Bye.